Hi, guys, this is Tara Macklin, and I'm hopping in here to dispel another myth as it relates back to PCOS, and that is getting pregnant naturally. So, you see this little guy here? Yeah, I didn't go get anything special done. Here is my disclaimer in going into this, in understanding where my journey kind of began. Is I was on birth control pills for quite a few years, and when we got engaged, I decided, and talking to the doctor, at some point we were going to want to try to have children, so I was going to stop doing that. So my doctor was completely fine with that. I still remained on metformin, and to be honest with you, I can't even remember what the dose was, but I had been on metformin for many years at that point, and had never been able to really reduce my weight, which is proof to me that when you're on a medication like that, you must make lifestyle changes. You can take the medicine all you want all day long, but if you are still feeding your body the things that are not serving your body, the medicine can't really do its job. So the medicine can't make you drop the lbs, so you have got to do the work. And I will also say, as a disclaimer, I was not necessarily giving up specific types of food, at least not intentionally. I was definitely working on portion control. That was more of my route, and it was based off of calorie intake per day. So kind of an old school style method that is you still see pretty commonly practiced today. So I had grabbed myself an app, and I can leave that app link in here for you. I get no kickback for that, but it's just more for you to go in and you can check that out and see if it's for you. But I had a friend at work who had actually seen success by utilizing this app, and my portions were definitely out of control. My insulin resistance was telling me that I need to eat all the time. So I really had to work on keeping track and seeing numbers, as I'm someone who responds to seeing those things, seeing numbers and those kinds of things, and getting that kind of feedback. That was a method that worked really well for me. So being able to chart that in an app and kind of not get crazy about it, but I will tell you I did get a little crazy by the end of it. Just trying to be meticulously hitting these certain marks. And so at some point, I feel like some of the foods that are inflammatory for me also were things that I just wasn't eating by the time I got to the end of it, and just not knowing that it had the effect that it had. However, I probably went about the first month, and I was about ready to be done with it because I wasn't seeing any sort of result. I was making all the changes. And just as a heads up, any of you women out there, especially if you are insulin resistant type of PCOS, it will take time for your body to realize what you're doing. Like for me, going on any kind of like eating style plan almost takes my body about a whole month before it's like, oh, that's what you're trying to do. Okay, I see what we're doing here. This is not short term. You're actually trying to make changes. So I'll play along now. So just realize that when you get started, don't give up a month in and feel like you should have seen something happen that didn't happen. It may not happen, it might take some time. So I worked on portion control, and then I started adding in some movement. And that could be anything from as simple as just going for a walk, which is what I started off with at the beginning. And then I progressed into, stair stepping and biking. And then eventually, when the weather started getting warmer, my husband likes to run. And so we went out and would run up to about a 5K. We worked our way up to that length of running. So that was something that was built up over time. But those methods seem to help me. And again, this whole entire time I'm on metformin, and then this little guy came along. So, he is proof that it can happen. And yes, you could say that maybe metformin played a role. But I would also like to again note that I was on metformin for, gosh, I don't even remember how many years at that point, but I was on it long enough to know that the food that I was eating played a bigger part as far as how much food I was eating. I was also, because I was counting calories, I wasn't eating a lot of sweets at that time, maybe enjoying like one dessert over the weekend, that kind of thing. Nothing You're trying to compare heights, aren't you? That's not fair. I'm sitting in a chair. But anyways, I just wanted to show you that he is proof that it is possible and it can happen. And there are definitely, if metformin is not for you, there are some other tools out there that you can utilize. I know there's a lot of PCOS women that get really upset stomachs and have some other the side effects that they have problems with. Just do some research and talk to your doctor. Don't take my word for it because I'm not a doctor, but I do want to show you my story and my proof that it is possible to get pregnant naturally with PCOS. So with that said, I hope you guys found this information helpful. Make sure that you guys are clicking subscribe up at the top of the screen so that way you guys can catch these when I post these. I'll be posting a PCOS myth in here at least once a week on this channel during the month of September, as it is PCOS Awareness Month. So hopefully you guys will find this helpful, and we'll talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.